Hi, a very good morning to everyone. We are going to the final section of this event speech by Malala Yousafzai. Dear brothers and sisters, we want schools and education for every child's bright future. We will continue our journey to our destination of peace and education for everyone. No one can stop us. We will speak for our rights and will bring change through our voice. We must believe in the power and the strength of our words. Our words can change the world because we are all together, united for the cause of education. And if we want to achieve our goal, then let's empower ourselves with the weapon of knowledge, and let us shield ourselves with unity and togetherness. So these are the words we have discussed in the introduction also, and this led actually her to become a UN messenger UN messenger of education and peace globally. Okay, now let's analyze the passage. Dear brothers and sisters, we want schools and education for every child's bright future. So we understand, and especially Malala understands, it's a universal truth that if we, anybody in that matter to become a good citizen, knowledgeable, educated, then only there is prosperity in his life, in his family, in his society. So, for every child's bright future, this education must be made compulsory to all. We all continue our journey to our destination of peace and education for everyone. So, this is her mission now. She is really working for achieving this mission, and she is telling that we will continue. There are the representatives of all the countries in that venue. We can see in the speech, the link for which I have put it in the first class. So if you go through her speech, you can see all the representatives all over the world, and how they are inspired, how they appreciate her speech. And she realizes how all of these people are united, and how these people, representatives of all the countries, can change the world united. No one can stop us. If we are united, if we have decided something to do, no one can stop us. We will speak for our rights and will bring change through our voice. We'll speak. So this is a universal right to get education, right to education, right to speech, right to expression. So these are human rights for everyone, and everyone must achieve this right. So we will speak for our rights and we will bring change through our voice. If we tell others what is happening in our country, what is happening in our place, in our village, in our family, then only there must be a change. So if the world leaders, if the leaders of each country voices the injustices of their own places, or the people voices the injustices of the lack of opportunities, then only the change will come. So Malala says that all the representatives there in the room right now, that they will speak, all of them will speak, and their voices will bring about change. So each and every world leader, if they speak for their country, for their people's rights, the world will change. We must believe in the power and strength of our words. So words are very powerful. If we say something, we are obliged to do that. So words are very powerful. If we say words, it can bring about change. So we must speak, we must voice for the voiceless in our society. Our words can change the world because we are all together. So this is the power of unity. If we are united, we stand together, what will happen? Um, the change will certainly happen. Our words can change the world because we are all together, united for the cause of education. So we are here to um, bring about the change by giving education to each and every children belonging to all sections of society all over the world. And if we want to achieve our goal, then let's empower ourselves with the weapon of knowledge and let us shield ourselves with unity and togetherness. So, if we want to achieve, how can we achieve this? How can we bring about the change? By giving education, free and compulsory education to all children in all the countries. Then let's empower ourselves with the weapon of knowledge. So first, if you want to educate somebody, we have to first get educated. So let's empower ourselves with the weapon of knowledge, and let's shield ourselves with unity and togetherness, and we have to protect ourselves with unity. She is telling that how unity is important. She was telling it's time that women stand together, united, and they speak for their rights, not men speaking for women. And men speaking for women was the past movement, past feminist movement. But women now are all empowered themselves. They can really speak about their rights. So now all these men and women, all the world leaders, they have to, you know, unite, and this aim of spreading education, this weapon of knowledge, that should be prevailed. So first of all, to empower the society is to be empowered, is to come to empowering ourselves. Okay, and let us shield ourselves, let us protect ourselves with unity and togetherness, because unity only, by standing together, by standing united, we can bring something we can do something happen, we can bring about the change that we are talking about. Dear brothers and sisters, we must not forget that millions of people are suffering from poverty, injustice, and ignorance. So there are so many people, millions of people all over the world suffering from poverty. There are still people without food, right? Injustice and ignorance. There are students without going to school, and in countries like, inner parts of Africa, or other part in many villages, inner parts of India also, we can see children working because they have no income. They have, all the family members have to work to get a good meal 4 times a day, because the salary, the wage is very less, and they are not respected by, because because of the caste class issues. They are not getting the respect or earning that they really deserve. So all the members have to work. So if you have to work for food, there is no question of getting education. So there are countries like that. In some of the African countries, children will go from early morning, they will walk kilometers to find water. So that is their aim, to get water every day. So think about that situation, and they have no other aim. They have to get water. think of the importance of water in our life and how essential it is to live. So, such people, such students, how can they think of education? There is no question arising of education there. So, this is, yeah, she is pointing. There are countries where there's poverty, injustice, and ignorance. People are suffering. We must not forget that millions of children are out of school, so we have to remember them. Millions of students are out of school. They don't go school. We must not forget that our sisters and brothers are waiting for a bright, peaceful future, and they must get a bright, peaceful future. So let's wage a global struggle against illiteracy, poverty, and terrorism, and let us pick up our books and pens. So this is the solution that she suggests for a global war against. This is the start from where we have to start to eradicate all the evils such as illiteracy. Illiteracy is where we don't know, we don't study at all, we don't know how to read and write. Poverty is a universal phenomena in so many underdeveloped countries where they don't get food enough food to eat. And terrorism, and these vulnerable situations are used by terrorists. They capture children from these places, and they make use of such children in their militant operations. Okay, so how can we set a war against them? By let's pick up our books and pens. She is suggesting to pick a book and pen. That means let's get educated. They are our best powerful weapons. So these are our weapons, a book and pen. So education, to get education is the most powerful weapon that you can have to eradicate all these evils from our society, all the evils. If you are educated properly, if you have knowledge, all these problems, all such problems will be solved as you'll get a job, your family improves, and you can think against people who are trying to tempt you to join in terrorist activities. Okay, so and they are our most powerful weapons. One child, one children, one pen, and one book can change the world. Education is the only solution. Education first. So this is her hope. This is her. Uh, these are her powerful words where she urges everyone, the whole world, to take book and pen, and she is very sure that one child, one teacher, one pen. So the importance of education is stressed again and again here to change the world. Education is only solution. Education first. So she is the ambassador of universal global education now. So we know, we must know the education, importance of education in everyone's life. We must contribute to it, to society. So by saying that, we'll conclude the chapter. Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next class.